Tennessee WildCast is live on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason Harmon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast. And welcome in. We got a great show for you today, and looking forward to it. We got a lot to get in here. We're talking ducks, we're talking dove, we're talking Sandhill cranes.
Yeah.
I was looking for another D there. Could have called this triple D. Ducks, dove, and cranes, Sandhill cranes. But first we want to talk about some current events. Mr. Don King is co-hosting with me today.
I noticed that almost Doug thing.
Yeah,
right there,
almost
going there.
Almost
That's a hard
Doug.
habit to break. I'm kind of missing Doug Markham.
Yeah.
He's enjoying retirement, though, from what I hear.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. But so let's hit some current events. First, I want to mention the hunting guide. Doug. I said it again. Don's got the hunting guide right in front of him, and it's the work version.
Yeah, if you're watching online, it's kind of dog-eared, and it's got notes pasted all over it and scratches and scrawls everywhere. But anyway, the cover, I'm really excited about this cover because we wanted to let folks know that we're including waterfowl regulations this year. The feds decided they could decide the framework earlier in the season setting, so we were able to get that information and include it all in one book. So anyway, we've got Annie on the front cover.
Yep.
She's a lab retrieving a mallard right there, and actually she is the family member of Danny Stone. Sadly, she has passed away, but we have her emblazoned on the front cover of our hunting guide coming up. So we're proud to have her there.
It's an awesome picture. The water flying everywhere, and she's running through the water. It's pretty cool. So if you're at Walmart or a licensed agent and going to pick up the hunting guide, that's what you're looking for.
They should be in there now.
Yeah. So, and also tnwildlife.org. It's definitely going to be there.
Yes.
You've got that option as well. tnwildlife.org. Look for the hunting guide. And make sure you're current and ready to go for this next season for the hunting, trapping, waterfowl.
That's right.
Let me look at my notes here. We got a few things, current events. The elk raffle is still going on.
Yes.
Make sure if you want to participate in that to go to twrf.net.
Yes, that's our foundation's website, and they're handling the majority of the tickets that are sold. You can also buy them if you're buying your license. You'll also have an opportunity there too with the GoOutdoorsTennessee.com.
Okay, that's right.
So either place you can do that, and the proceeds all go to a great cause, the elk program,
elk restoration. Yes, and we reintroduced elk in 2000, and
that's right. It was a cold morning, as I recall.
The elk are doing well. So there's that, and then we're going to be talking about Sandhill crane draw today. Got that on my list, and ducks and doves. So let's go ahead and jump to it, get into it, and we have Mr. Jamie Fedderson with us. I'm going to pan out so we can see him.
There he is.
How about camera 2?
Hey, guys.
All right.
There we are. All right. So, Jamie, our migratory game bird program leader, we're happy to have you, and thanks for taking time out of your day to jump in here with us.
No, thanks for having me.
First, let's hit Sandhill crane. I tell you what, let's back up. Let's hit the duck first because that duck draw is going to happen early. It's going to happen this weekend.
Yeah, August 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got several management areas around the state that we do hand draws for blind sites.
Mm-hmm.
Got too many to list here. I think we're trying to get that information up on our website. But, you got to be 16 to enter the draw. You can put in your application. Lots of different areas around the state. We've got some really good waterfowl areas. I know that the on-the-ground area manager has been doing a really bang-up job trying to get some real good habitat. And the guys out west have had some tough conditions. Rained a lot earlier in the growing season. So, but they're working through it, and they're getting some good vittles on the ground for the ducks.
All right.
So, awesome.
But yeah, so August 4th, just check our website. We're going to try and get that information up as to where you should go for which area you'd like to get a blind for.
Right. And the seasons and dates and all that stuff can be found in our new hunting guide.
Yeah. If you want, I can rattle them off real quick.
Go ahead.
But, we're looking at, for the regular duck season, we're looking at December. Well, we always, statewide, we always open up the weekend before Thanksgiving. So there's, it'll be open to November 24th and 25th, and then it'll close, but it'll open up again on December 1st and run through the last Sunday in January, which this year is the 27th, January 27th.
Okay.
So you got 60 good days of duck hunting.
Awesome.
All right.
And on the hill, or I guess before that, you got the early wood duck and teal season?
Yeah, we sure do. We got a good opportunity to get your duck juices flowing. We've got a short season in September. We got a 5-day wood duck teal season, starts on September 8th, runs through September 12th. And then we got another 4 days after that that's just teal only. So this is another special opportunity that we get from the Fish and Wildlife Service. Lots of blue-winged teal. Populations are real high, so they've given us an extra 4 days for just teal. So,
Good deal.
9 days in September to shoot wood ducks and teal. Also, you've got Canada goose as well. You can shoot Canada geese from September 1st to September 16th. 5 geese in your bag there.
What was the bag on early duck?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the daily bag is 6, but
Okay.
no more than 2 can be wood ducks.
Okay.
So 2 wood ducks and 4 teal is the best you can do.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Is that all the information we want to cover on ducks? I think so.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Let's move on. Sandhill Crane draw, the handheld draw, is coming up the next weekend on August the 11th. And I know that's a well-attended event, and some things have changed there.
That's an event that's been growing for sure. First few years we've been issuing tags, 3 tags apiece to about 400 people, and it's been right about 400 people for the first 4 years. Last year jumped up. We had about 570 people show up.
Wow.
So we had a lot of people go away empty-handed and disappointed. And we found at that point that where we were, the Birchwood Community Center, in Birchwood.
When I heard about the change of venue, I thought, "Oh no!"
Well,
I love that Birchwood Center.
Yeah, that Birchwood Center is great, and the ladies over there that run that place, they're so nice to us, and they're so happy for us to come over there and be part of the event. But
then I got to thinking about the parking, and then it all made sense.
Yeah, we just kind of outgrew it. Too many people, too many vehicles. It's not a big parking lot, so we really had to look for a new venue. And I am disappointed for for those nice ladies that run that center, but we just had to. So we're going to be at the Ray County High School in Evansville. The facility should be able to accommodate the parking and the number of people that we expect to get. We had 570 people. Now, that's just 570 people that applied. Right. That doesn't count, the spouses and the kids that come with them. And so, there's actually
it's an event.
Yeah, it is an event. It really is. And so we needed something to accommodate more people. And with that, we're actually able to accommodate more hunters. We've got more tags that we can issue. So that's a good thing. We have a total of 1,437 tags that we're going to issue this year. And at 3 tags a hunter, that's 479 hunters are going to get tags. So we're going to give 79 more hunters tags this year at that event. And I fully expect that we'll give them all away. That we will issue all of them at that event, just based on the numbers. I fully expect we're going to be above 600 people this year.
And if those aren't given away, they fall into the computerized.
Yeah. So if on the off chance, the really weird chance that we don't issue all of the tags,
the strange chance.
Yeah, I really don't think that's going to happen. It's something major, earthquake or floods or something. I don't know. It's something keeps them away. I don't know. Maybe Peyton Mann is in town and everybody wants to go see Peyton. But in the off chance that we have tags that we don't issue at the hand draw, we'll put those in the statewide computer draw.
Okay.
And so last year, that was something new that we started. We have an opportunity to issue more tags to more folks, so we decided to expand it statewide. So last year we had, it was the first year that we did statewide. We have some places other than that southeast crane zone where you can harvest cranes. We've got, near Hop-In Refuge up in the northwest portion of Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Woods Reservoir down by AEDC.
I wasn't familiar with those populations, that they were that
Yeah,
that
but
many spread out.
yeah, and so we've got populations. They're not nearly as big as what we get over
Sure.
at Hiwassee Refuge or over in Ray and Meigs County, but we do get fair numbers of them.
Yeah.
So we issued 1,200 tags last year to 1,200 individuals statewide, and it was the information that we got back from people are supposed to return their tags to us, checking in their birds, and then we have a postseason survey, which
Right.
we need to
We'll
chat
plug
at
that.
the end.
Yeah.
We got some good information about how people were hunting these birds, and we got a lot of information that said a lot of folks head over to the crane zone to use these tags. Well, that's fine because the statewide tags can be used anywhere,
Statewide.
including the crane zone.
There you
Now,
go.
the crane zone tags can only be used in the crane zone. The ones to hand draw
Right.
can only be used there. But the statewide ones, anywhere. A lot of people were going there, but we think a lot of that is because they've been hunting there for a while. There are established guide services. People around that area know what they're doing. So when you want to hunt something, what do? You get with folks that know what they're doing.
Right.
And we think that's why a lot of people were headed that way. A lot of comment that we got also, unsolicited, sort of solicited. We have the little comments line that we always do on every survey. A lot of input was, hey, it would be great if I could get more than one tag. We got a lot of that comment, and we got a lot of feedback. So we're going to accommodate that.
Right.
This year, we've got 1,274 tags that are going to go into this computer draw, and we're going to let each person that's selected have 2 tags. So 637 people are going to get tagged. Now, that's half the number, about a little more than half the number of people that got them last year.
But more opportunity.
But, yeah, each individual is going to get the chance to harvest 2 birds. So, and I get it. You get a hunter that's over in Memphis, and if that person's going to drive, 3 or 4 hours over to, Ray County, or even
Up to Hop-In is a pretty good ride.
It
from
is.
there.
It's a good jump for them. That's a couple-hour drive.
Yeah.
So if they're going to go up towards, Hop-In Refuge up in Obion County, 2 birds.
Yeah.
Is a little bit more worth their time.
Yeah.
I think
Worth the hop.
It is. Well, I wasn't. I wasn't going to say it, but So yeah,
It's not just a hop, a skip, and a jump.
Well, all right, there we go. Well, anyway, so we're going to be issuing successful applicants 2 tags, and that'll be good. We're excited to see how that goes. So that drawing, the application period for that starts on September 5th. And you got to get your application in before, I think it's midnight on the 26th of September.
Okay.
So, and
Awesome.
And then people will be notified shortly after that.
So we've covered how many and the number of people,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. So the test. You got to take a test?
Yeah. So everybody who receives a tag has to take an identification test.
Just so you don't
Yeah.
accidentally shoot a whooping crane.
Well,
or
right. It's to make sure that you know what you should, that you know the difference between a whooping crane and a great blue heron and a sandhill crane.
Right.
And you got to get 100% on that test. And it's not an easy test, but you can take it as many times as you need to take it to pass it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's required for you to write your test validation number on your tag in order for your tag to be valid. So that people can go to our website for that, tnwildlife.org, and just negotiate the Sandhill Crane page, and we've got the identification test link there. But the other big thing too with Sandhill Cranes is we require a postseason survey from everybody. So everybody, regardless of whether they harvest a crane or not, if you were issued a tag, you've got to fill out one of these surveys and send it back into us, because knowing that you didn't even hunt is valuable information
Right.
for us.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how we get at our effort data, and that's how we figure out things like, can we up the number of tags for folks, or how do we redistribute tags if we need to, things like that. So it's really important for our process, and those surveys are what got more tags going to the crane zone, more tags going statewide, and how the hunters are going to get more tags per hunter by returning these. So people have until, I think it's like 10 days after the season. I think we said February 10th we need to receive these surveys by, and if we don't get them by then, you're disqualified. You're ineligible from participating in any Sandhill crane draw the following year.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So there's some
new information.
Yeah, I mean
incentive right there.
Yeah, I mean we really that's how serious we take the survey. I mean we really need that information. So
Well, and it shows how serious we are about getting information back from the public.
Yeah.
I mean, we do want to know and get your ideas and your thoughts, and we take surveys and have comment periods for all the different kinds of seasons, fishing, hunting, whatever. So,
And that was great that you guys listened to the hunters and were able to work it out so that you could accommodate what they were asking for.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and we wouldn't have been able to do that, or we would have had a much harder time justifying that, I think, if we didn't have that survey data.
Yeah.
So it's really that's really a major importance for us to get that, and a real benefit to the hunters by providing that information to us. So they really gave it to themselves by providing the information. So
awesome.
Good on them.
Well, let's see. Following up, not too far behind August the 11th and the Sandhill crane stuff is September 1st. Dove season starts.
Yeah, that's I've come to learn that's a grand holiday.
It's a
big
deal.
grand holiday in Tennessee.
It's almost as much big as the first opening day of the ball season.
Right. I mean, I've heard that there are school districts that close down on
Why not?
on September. Well, they're not going to need to this year because September 1st is on a Saturday.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So this year, September. sorry, kids,
They're
you're going to have
clear
to.
this
You've
year.
got a full week of school
You're
that
going
week.
to school.
But so September 1st at noon is when the dove season starts, and we'll have many of our WMAs will have fields ready to go. I know that there are lots of sunflowers that got planted this year. We were fortunate enough to work with Ducks Unlimited this year, and they got us, I think we got about 120 bags of sunflower seeds that didn't cost us any money. They were donated to Ducks Unlimited. Ducks Unlimited got them to us. We got them to the management areas. So I know that there's plenty of management areas that have sunflowers right now. And been talking with the guys in the field, and they say their fields are looking pretty good.
And if you want to go see those sunflowers, right now's a good time to go check out the sunflowers
because I think
they're get on them.
Right. They're just about, most of them are probably just about blossomed out, or maybe might be right past it. I know mine at home have just reached that point where the head is lopping over and the birds are starting to get on it. So, yeah, the fields are still looking pretty right now, but. So look, we'll have that information on our website as soon as we can. We're working with the WMA folks to get that information up there. We also do. We have a program where we lease some hunting access with private landowners, and so we have staff that goes around, and if they see somebody's got a nice harvested grain field, like a corn field or a sunflower field or something else that looks like it's going to hold a decent amount of doves, we'll approach that landowner, or that landowner can approach us, and we'll lease them. We'll pay them for access on their property for 3 to 5 days right at the beginning of September, opening day, and then usually it's like opening day and a couple of other days or throughout the next week and weekend. So right now, I think we're currently leasing at a rate of about $75 an acre, up to 40 acres. We'll only pay regardless whether the field is 100 acres or 40 acres. The most we're going to pay for is 40 acres, so $75 an acre. And then if the landowner top sows that field with winter wheat, we'll throw another $15 per acre on top. So, so a landowner could be reimbursed like up to $3,600 for allowing us to have dove hunts on their piece of property, for 5 days.
And a lot of times those leases are last minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
11th hour. So
yeah, because we want to lease fields that
good
are
fields.
that's it. We want to lease good fields. We want to lease fields that have got good habitat, but birds are using them.
Right.
And so it doesn't do us any good to pay a bunch of money and there's no birds there. So yeah, a lot of times we're right at the 11th hour, making sure that there are birds on those fields before we execute those contracts. And because of that, we can't get the information onto our website, as quickly as we would probably really like to. I mean, ideally, it'd be great if we could have it all up there 10 days before the season starts. But really, what I tell people is check every day right up until the end, right up until the season starts, August 30th. Or do we go to 31st? June, February, March, April, May, June, July. 31st. So August 31st.
There you go.
And
to learn that trick.
and so, check up until August 31st because we might get a field in your backyard and you won't know it. And
even the morning of opening day.
Potentially,
It's happened.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's happened in the past, but we really don't like to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep on checking back on our website. We're updating it as quickly as we get those fields signed up. We get them onto the website. We'll have maps, and our GIS folks are always updating that interactive map, and so it is just a matter of check frequently because that is a moving target. Things are changing all the time with those leased fields.
We get those GPS coordinates a lot of times, and that's how they find the fields, and got to make sure those are as tight as can be so people can make it to those those fields, and the hunters depend on these, a lot of them, and then the WMA fields, so they're important to the hunters. And we appreciate the landowners, the farmers.
The nice thing too is our GIS folks do a really good job of keeping that stuff up to date. You can click on those WMA fields and it'll tell you like the type of crop that's there, how many acres, access points. I think you get that too with the leased fields, but again, it's 11th hour. You got to be checking constantly for it. But having that information, it is really cool to know that you're going to a field that's harvested corn with winter wheat sown over it or something like that. Just knowing what you're getting into.
Sure.
It's good. A lot of hunters like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to plug the GIS folks one more time, they do a great job with just all the maps. Go to our website, tnwildlife.org. There's boat ramp, or fishing access, boat ramp access maps, WMA maps, and they're all interactive now, and it's pretty cool. You can find yourself on the map with your phone.
Yeah, you can. That's pretty cool. I've done that a couple of times.
You got lost?
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't lost. We won't say it was lost.
No, I'm just messing with you. Anything else going on upstairs in the wildlife world that we want to cover before we close out today?
Oh, man, there's always a lot of stuff going on up there. I know that, James Kelly, our deer management program leader, he's been working hard on developing a strategic plan with this deer management team, and they're constantly, CWD working on response plans and working on surveillance plans. He's got that going on. Roger Applegate, he's our small game and fur bear guy. He's been working with a quail team. They're developing a strategic plan for quail, and they've got some good quail focus areas and some good areas that are coming online and producing a lot more quail. And he and I have collaborated on a project that we're going to start probably. I think it's probably a little too soon to start this hunting season, but I think next hunting season we're going to start a small game fur bear and waterfowl hunter survey. So another survey, but that'll be next year. Maybe we'll talk about it more next year. Yeah. But he and I are working on that. A couple of cool things. So let me finish plugging the rest of the rest of the group. Joy Sweeney, our turkey program leader. Again, we've got lots of teams working on strategic plans, and she's been doing a good job working with her team and coming up with some long-range plans for turkey management. They've got a big research project. I know you guys talked with her a couple months ago about it.
She's been on a couple times.
Yeah. Brian Chandler's our forestry coordinator. He's got some, hired some new staff, and he's got some exciting things going on as well. But One other cool thing, I kind of need to plug Ducks Unlimited a little bit. I've been working with those guys. We are working on a project that's gonna put some wells in at Eagle Lake Refuge over in Shelby County, and at John Tully WMA over in what county is that? It's over right on the Mississippi River, and I can't remember what county
north
it is.
of Memphis there.
Yeah, a little north of there.
Yeah.
Those Ducks Unlimited, they were able to come up with about $120,000.
Wow.
And just to sort of give you the short run of it, you guys know about Pittman Robertson money, but for the folks who aren't familiar with what Pittman Robertson money is, when you buy hunting equipment and bullets and guns and things like that, there's a part of what you pay is a tax, an excise tax that goes to the Fish and Wildlife Service, and it goes into a sport restoration fund, and that money comes back to the state wildlife agencies in a proportion that the state
Based on licenses, number of hunters.
Well, it's based on the number of hunters, but also the amount of excise tax that's generated from your state on those products.
Plays into that too. Yes.
So we get, millions of dollars off of this excise tax that our agency is eligible to use. In order to use it, you've got to match it with non-federal money. So state license dollars, private donations from organizations like Ducks Unlimited. So they got us $120,000. We can match it 3-to-1.
Wow.
So we've got close to a $500,000 project that we're putting wells on these properties to make sure that these wetland areas have water on them when the ducks arrive, and this is a good thing. And so I think it's sort of a long-term project that I'm working on with Ducks Unlimited to do more of these projects in the state. So something I'm really excited about. Ducks Unlimited is excited about it, and we're moving forward with some good projects.
Good deal.
Thanks, Ducks Unlimited.
Yeah.
And thank you.
And
for being here.
Thanks to the hunters who buy licenses and bullets and guns and all kinds of equipment, because that money comes back to us and we use it for wildlife restoration.
Without the sportsmen, we couldn't do what we do.
That's true.
For sure.
Well, that about wraps it up for today. Don't forget, August the 11th is your Sandhill Crane hand draw, and August 4th is the duck draw, and up season September 1st. I think that covers about everything for the most part. But thanks for tuning in, and thank you guys for helping me do the show today.
You betcha.
No problem.
And we will see y'all next time on Tennessee WildCast.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, it's all about Tennessee wildlife. It's what we do. Tennessee WildCast will be on the air again next week. We'll see you then.